Among the many urban legends that have haunted people across the globe, Bloody Mary is one of the most chilling and well-known. This story has been passed down from generation to generation, often shared among young people daring each other to call her name in front of a mirror. But what exactly is the story behind Bloody Mary? Is she just a myth, or is there a darker history lurking behind her legend? In this video, we dive deep into the origins of Bloody Mary, explore the various versions of her tale, look at the terrifying ritual said to summon her, and offer a scientific explanation behind the eerie phenomena surrounding her name. The legend of Bloody Mary has many versions, and it varies depending on where you hear it. While most associate it with supernatural elements, some theories tie it to real historical events. 1. Mary I of England, the Bloody Queen. One of the most famous theories connects Bloody Mary with Mary I of England, the queen who ruled from 1553 to 1558. She earned the nickname Bloody Mary for her brutal persecution of Protestants during her reign. Her reign was marked by the execution of hundreds of Protestants, whom she burned at the stake in an effort to restore Catholicism to England. Her acts of violence made her a figure of fear, and her name became synonymous with bloodshed. According to the legend, her restless spirit haunts anyone brave or foolish enough to call her name. 2. Mary Worth, the witch executed. Another version of the legend tells the story of Mary Worth, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 17th century. The villagers, terrified of her powers, sentenced her to death. As she was burned at the stake, Mary cursed those who condemned her, vowing that her spirit would never rest. People who dared to call her name were said to invoke her wrath, as she sought revenge on those who wronged her. 3. A tragic girl's death. In some versions, Bloody Mary is said to be a young girl who died a tragic and unjust death. Some claim she was buried alive by mistake, while others say she was murdered or died in an accident. Her death was so horrific that her spirit could never find peace, and she remains trapped between worlds, seeking out those who summon her name. To summon Bloody Mary, the ritual is said to require a few specific steps. Most often, this is done in a darkened bathroom with a mirror, where the following procedure is followed. 1. Enter a dark room. Enter a bathroom or a room with an old mirror. Light a single candle and turn off all other lights. 2. Stare into the mirror. Stand in front of the mirror, focusing on your reflection. 3. Chant her name. Repeat the name Bloody Mary 3, 6, or even 13 times. 4. Wait for her appearance. After the chant, many believe Bloody Mary will appear in the mirror, her face covered in blood, her eyes glowing red, or her reflection warped in grotesque forms. 5. Brace for the consequences. Some reports say that Bloody Mary will reach out from the mirror, scratch, or even drag the person into the glass. While many claim to have experienced terrifying visions or encounters during the ritual, others suggest that the belief in the legend plays a huge role in the resulting fear and hallucinations. Once the ritual begins, the atmosphere changes. The air grows thick and cold, and the room feels as though it is closing in on you. As you stare into the mirror, the first signs of Bloody Mary's presence appear, perhaps a flicker of movement or a change in the reflection. Suddenly, the mirror warps and Bloody Mary appears. Her ghostly face is drenched in blood, her eyes hollow and glowing with malice. The air is filled with whispers, and the reflection starts to distort more violently. You may feel her cold presence behind you, and perhaps even feel her hands reaching out from the glass, trying to pull you in. As the encounter grows more intense, the room plunges into complete darkness except for the faint flickering of the candle. The reflection in the mirror becomes more menacing, with Bloody Mary fully stepping out of the glass. Her terrifying scream echoes through the room as she reaches for you, her image twisting and writhing in the mirror. Is Bloody Mary just a myth? Despite the many accounts and terrifying experiences people claim to have had, there is no concrete evidence to suggest she's anything more than a legend. Yet, the persistence of her story and the fear it invokes in those who dare to summon her suggests that there is something truly unsettling about this myth. So, what do you think? Is Bloody Mary merely a tale to scare children? Or is there something more sinister hiding behind her name? And more importantly, would you dare to call her yourself? Thanks for watching, and be careful next time you stand in front of the mirror.